this must be the 5-micron screen, this 2500 mesh. You put one of these down in this chamber, and you can put bentonite clay in there, or I think it's Damascus. And I'm probably saying both those wrong, but it cleans your extract further. A lot of people put more disc in, which you really don't need to do that, but if you wanted to, you could shove a coffee filter in there, but one disc is plenty. And then on top of there will be your mesh, your wire screen, and your tube's going to go on. But I just thought I'd show you guys that before we get ready to fill them up for the night and put them in the freezer. Okay, so I'm going to grab a power thing. We're getting everything set up to blast some oil again, after the guy the other day was burning, and then I had some real windy days I just couldn't blast. So we're outside somewhat. We've got our fire extinguisher. Keep it away from the area so you can get to it if it does catch fire. And if it catches fire and you keep your fire extinguisher here, you're not going to be able to get to it. Alright, we're going to go grab a few other things. See how bad the wind tore up my cover? We'll grab a few other things, and then we're going to grab our frozen. We got 2 tubes we're going to run. We're going to grab one of them to get started. I'll be right back. We got a little bit of wind, which sucks. Same shit as always. And see, that's what we don't need, because that'll blow shit in my oil. Ain't nothing I can do about it, I guess. It's holding, but my butane did start leaking out this valve, or it was right here actually. Yeah, you can see the gas seeping out right there. So we're not going to let that build up too long. We're going to let it sit there, and then we're going to just pretty much try to open blast it with the valves. Kind of pisses me off because I took those apart and really made sure those was sealed up good. I did pull a vacuum. Now is the process where the butane starts to react to the outside air, because butane boils off at 30 degrees. So we'll start seeing it boil, and then we're actually going to put it in a hot bath. We're going to put hot water in there. Yes, the seat's dirty, but that is clean. I had that covered up. The bottom of the pan does not matter. It doesn't matter. This is mine. I'm smoking this, and it's going to be super clean. Believe me, with my oil seating, it's clean. This is just oil where I oversprayed. But we will start seeing it. You can see how it's kind of convectionally rolling in there. We're going to let that finish blowing off its pressure. A little different than open blasting. Citrusy. I got all the damn water off the bowl. Guess I was mistaken. You want to get it out, laid out as thin as possible. That way it can extract most of the butane. When you put it in the purger. this is the safer stage, but the smell is amazing. Purple sunset, putting out that gold, liquid gold. This is a solvent extraction. People like solvent-less extractions, but not me. I like doing this because this is where you get the full taste at. And I don't really like smoking flower. But there we go. We'll show you when it's all done in about 2 or 3 days. Big bubble just collapsed. Watch that guy go. Again, that's butane being released from the oil.
As you can see, we're still pulling butane out. We got about 38 grams of oil here. We'll weigh it exactly when we're done. It's been flipped twice and looks like it's going to settle down again here in a little bit, and I'll have to flip it again.
I had an accident, but luckily it was almost done purging anyways. I let too much air in and the paper flipped and flipped the oil on itself. Enough to piss you off. Keep spinning the pot. This is a little thicker, so we want this warmer. Still can't believe that happened. So we're almost at 48 hours of purging. After it flipped over in half, it's still doing alright. It's looking like maybe one more flip and we're done. As you can see, this isn't all of it, this is just half. Well, actually, a third of it. I can put it in three different sheets. As you see, we got some really nice, a little bit of air bubbles stuck in it. But really nice, good oil. Premium oil, if you ask me. Some of the best I've ever smoked. Super stable. Pick the whole thing up, play with it, handle it, bend it in your hand. I mean, of course, it starts getting hot from the heat on your hand. stable stuff. Made by a Howard grower. Howard grower. Not bad for my first time doing butane hash oil. If you watch enough people make it, you pretty much start with the knowledge of how to do it. The thing is it's a lot more golden than it looks like. The lighting in my house sucks. It's super gold. Anyways, I've seen when we blast the banana hammock, I'll make a little detailed video on how to do it. My columns, my butane hash oil columns were, you know, I put vacuum on them and they tested right, but when I went to use them, they leaked, of course. It could be the nitrogen or butane freezing Teflon and shrinking it. I don't know. We're looking to, I heard a bunch of other people say they had problems with it, so we're going to look into setting the system up a little better, and then I'll do a detailed video on how to do butane hash oil from start to finish.